morning, Sharks. I'm Danielle Link, and this is WSRK Shark News. On this episode, we'll be watching a short documentary and a news feature on the new edition of the Aventura Mall. All this and more on WSRK Shark News. Robert Zuckerman is a famous Hollywood photographer that now spends his days wanting to help others. Here's a documentary that showcases everything he has done, followed by a commercial break.
So, hi everybody, my name is Robert Zuckerman, and I had a long career as a photographer in the Hollywood movie business. Photographed a lot of big movies, promos, a lot of big name actors. Will Smith, Arnold Schwarzenegger, Denzel Washington, Kate Winslet, Cameron Diaz, Al Pacino, the list goes on. Anyway, right around shortly after 9/11 happened, I was talking to a friend of mine one day, and we were talking about all the terror that's in the world, which we still have today, and we came to the realization that the antidote to terror is in the richness of everyday life that's all around us. Just people and things that go on in our life, and that sometimes gets overlooked. So I began documenting just random encounters. It could be anywhere. It could be in the street, on a bus, in a restaurant, in a school. I'd have a conversation or an interaction with somebody, and I'd photograph them, and I'd write a little paragraph. Not right on the spot. I'd jot down some notes, and then later I'd write a little paragraph. And I began emailing these pieces to friends of mine, and the response was really great. People really liked and connected with sort of the personal aspect of these pictures. And then, I would send around maybe like a big movie poster that I shot, and one guy wrote back, well, nice poster, but I like the stories better. So I think I was really touched a chord just by tapping into what I call the richness of everyday life. So that was in early 2002. And then, I hadn't really titled this series, but I was walking down the street one day in 2004, and I thought, kindsight. It sounds like hindsight, but it has the word kind in it, so that's what I called this series, and I got it trademarked, and I published back in 2005 a book of some of the early pieces, and I was going to publish more books, but I have this, I've been dealing with some health issues and so forth, so they haven't been published yet, but I continue to write these pieces. I actually have a blog of them on the Huffington Post, and they're all, most of the pieces here, I like when I'm in a different city or whatever, I like to have pieces that relate to that city, so all the pieces on the walls here are mostly from the Miami, South Florida area. So that's what kindsight is about. There's so many things today that a lot of times we just go through our days just getting through them. Watching TV, shopping. And our days are filled up with stuff. So I think it's good to focus on this. The younger generation is the future, and I kind of see it. And this is a broad term. This is kind of a generalization, but each generation kind of has the ability to go a little higher and a little further. So the things that people of your age and younger generations are seeing today are things that we haven't seen before. So you have new ideas and new abilities. So that's what I think is really good about it. A lot of pictures that I have, a few pieces up on the wall there from my younger sister. We have different fathers, and her name was Patty. And she had a different genetic disease than I do, and she became quadriplegic, where I'm just paraplegic, but Patty couldn't talk, or and so she actually passed away earlier this year. But I guess I would try, because of my showbiz connections or whatever, as I develop those, to make special events for her. So in 2007, I was able, after actually 15 years of trying, I arranged to have Patty personally meet Oprah Winfrey. We flew to Chicago, and there were other celebrities like Cyndi Lauper and people like that. So I guess my photographs of Patty are the ones that are closest to my heart. Well, it's interesting now because we live in this world now where there's the downside and the upside of like the telecommunications and technology. Everyone's like lost in their iPhone, whatever. But in a way, I think that's a good thing because the world has become more of a global community. What am I doing here? What am I here for? And we think about immortality or something, that's going to, and I think the things that we do now live after us, like a lotus flower blossoms through the mud and it's always striving upward. And I think that's our nature. And so I'm just trying to, to live in accordance with what I think our nature is.
I'm so hungry, but I don't even have lunch money.
We could eat my shoe.
Your what?
My shoe?
Your what?
My shoe? Hi, Millie Bays here with the newest product, Shoesies. The shoes that you can eat.
Shoesies? What's that?
Comes in 4 styles: Diet, Standard, Deluxe, and Supersize, and comes in 2 sizes: XXL and Medium. Shoesies, the shoes you take off and put in your mouth and eat. This helpful video shows you how to properly consume your Shoesies. Shoesies are GMO-free and kosher certified. Disclaimer: Shoesies are highly addictive. Come on down and get your Shoesies today for only $49.95 plus shipping and handling.
If you haven't seen the new edition of the Aventura Mall, then you're missing out. Me and a few other sharks went to go check it out just the other day. The Aventura Mall is a go-to place for movies, food, and shopping for many. But recently, a new addition has been added, including tons of fun, like the Aventura Slide Tower.
We partnered with an amazing artist from Germany. His name is Carsten Haller, who did this incredible 93-foot tower slide, which is called the Aventura Slide Tower. And again, as you can see, it's a great way for the community to come out, for families to come out and enjoy. And the weather's amazing like it is today. Have lunch, have dinner, obviously shop, but it's really changed the dynamic of the center. We're more than just shopping. We're all about really tying in the experiences at Aventura Mall.
It's really cool now. We have a slide, we have a restaurant. I love it, and I'm happy to work here now even more.
The slide is meant for all ages, allowing a pleasant experience for everyone.
It was scary at first in the beginning. It's always scary hearing everybody go before you, but other than that, it was really fun.
It's really going up this amazing slide tower. You see Aventura in a very different perspective, and you can see the landscape and what the shopping center has to offer, and it's just, again, a whole other experience. I think people, when they come down, they don't realize how much they go up, but the exhilaration when they're coming down.
The mall has expanded from stores and movies to giving people an exhilarating ride while bringing the community together at the Aventura Slide Tower.
For WSRK, I'm Danielle Link. That's all for now, Sharks. I'm Danielle Link, and see you next week on WSRK Shark News.